morning from the streets of Vientiane. Yes, Emma and I are wearing these pollution masks. We're currently on our way to a brunch spot called Ray's Capital Grill that's meant to have beautiful views of the Mekong. But before we get there, let's pass it back to past Tom and see how our van journey, that was meant to be a VIP bus, went. Thank you, future Tom. Emma and I have just arrived at a strange bus port. We've been left till last. The bags are being loaded onto the van. Let's see how this journey goes. So it turns out we're not in a big bus. We're in a very stuffed minivan.
I'm so happy.
Yeah. For the next 3 hours. Hopefully it's 3 hours and not a minute longer. 4 hours later, and we've eventually arrived in Vientiane. We were told we were going to get dropped off in the city centre, but as a matter of fact we got dropped off about 20 minutes from the city centre. So we've now had to get a taxi to our guest house. But yeah, enough of that. Back to future Tom to carry on with the video. Thanks for that, past Tom. We've now arrived at what we think is our brunch spot. Looks very fancy. Supposedly the best breakfast in town, but we'll see. So we're here in Vientiane for 3 nights as we are flying out to Hanoi on Sunday. But we're not entirely sure whether there's enough to do here for 4 days, but we're going to see what we can do. So we arrived at our hotel last night around 6. From the outside, it looks lovely, but there are a couple of things wrong with the room. First of all, we booked what said it was a deluxe double room. There's nothing deluxe about it. The sink is hanging off the wall, so much so that when we brush our teeth, the water just collects in a little pool at the bottom of the bowl. What else? Last night we had no water no water at all. So Emma managed to have a shower, just. I missed out on a shower, so I had to go to bed sticky. There's mould on the ceiling of the bathroom. The lock on the door doesn't work. Like we did in Chiang Kong, we're having to put our bags up against the door. But it's a comfy bed. We both got quite a good night's sleep.
Prices are other ones.
It is the same price as the other ones, but we are in the capital. Yeah, we're sitting here with a view of the Mekong, about to have a lovely breakfast.
Primaton. While stylish Les Silapa is known for its authentic French cuisine.
Emma ordered mango pancakes, and it comes with a side. And what do you think a side would be for mango pancakes? Some like bowl of fruit or something sweet? But no.
A sausage.
Right, we've been walking for about half an hour, hopefully to a place called Pat Zai, which is the Laos version of the Arc de Triomphe, and it's a present from America. And there it is. Everyone's trying to get the same picture. Oh, go on the boy. So a little bit about this place. It was built in 1969 to commemorate the Lao people that died in the pre-revolutionary wars, and it wasn't actually a gift from America. The gift given was the concrete, but originally the concrete was meant to be used to build an airport, but instead they built this thing, the Pat Zai. Lovely. Now we're heading to a museum called the Cope Museum, which is a museum for prosthetics. This place was built in 1996 for the victims of UXO, or unexploded ordnance bombs, and this was from the dropping of more than 2 million tons of ordnance on Laos by the Americans from 1964 to 1973. There are still lots of unexploded bombs in Laos, and this place was built for the victims of these UXO bombs to help them rehab and create prosthetic limbs for the victims. Every red dot represents one of the bombing missions by America, which is pretty insane. Apparently every day across Laos there are 3,000 men and women doing ordnance discovery work to try and dig up and get rid of all these bombs, all these unexploded bombs that are still lying around Laos. These are how many smaller bombs fit inside that cluster bomb up there. And apparently one of these little bombs has enough explosives and mini bombs inside to cover the area of 3 football pitches. These are examples of how the scrap metal from the casings of bombs have been salvaged to use on a daily basis. That guy there made his own prosthetic leg, and the metal on the end of his stump was made from salvaged bomb casing, which is crazy. And this is our room. We've got our bed, lovely window, some lovely artwork, and bathroom. But most importantly, we've got a fridge.
An aircon.
An aircon.
And not a concrete bed.
Off to get some lunch. A late lunch. It's 4 o'clock. Got something on my shoe. Ooh. That's a place called Naked Espresso and Miss A. It's that yellow sign up there.
Yeah. I hope Vietnam will be good. We've never been there, so.
To all the ladies in the place.
Alright, first 3 nights in Vietnam booked. We've gone for Airbnb this time, seeing as we haven't used Airbnb at all this trip so far. And we're staying in what looks like quite a cute apartment with an upstairs kind of mezzanine bed area. And now we're heading to the night market to have a little pootle around.
Seems very loud.
Seems very loud. What the hell have we walked into? Everyone's just trying to be louder than everyone else. Absolutely horrible. Right, picked up a pork bun for supper. It's good. Bit pink.
I think you'll be fine.
An egg.
Oh no, I don't like eggs. I'm scared it's got the fermented egg in it.
No, so it's normal.
Okay, now you can eat that bit.
Don't like it?
No, you can have it.
Well, I think that's the bar area, but it looks like it's under construction. We've come to a place called Rashmi's Hotel Plaza to have a day of chilling by a pool. Interesting. It's like a wasteland. Good morning, by the way. It's 11:20. Emma and I have already been for breakfast at a Scandinavian cafe. And now we've just taken a tuk-tuk east of the city to this place. Very interesting. This is a classic case of hotel pictures misleading you. On their website, it looked a lot nicer than this. Not that this is ugly, but it definitely looked a lot nicer on their website. But hey ho. Just another place to chill, I guess, with a view. This is Emma learning to dive. Straighten up your legs, arrow shape, hands first point entry. Nice! Almost like pin your head in with your arms. Nice! Try and pin your knees together as well, to keep them straight. Yeah. We don't really know where we are. We found the nearest place to the hotel we're swimming at that did food. We both ordered carbonaras, which is a safe bet, and mango smoothies, which is also a safe bet. I feel like we're in a Lao version of like Casper's or what's the other place? Casper's or Creams.
In a playgroup.
Right. That hit the spot. Apparently there's meant to be a thunderstorm at the moment, and you know what Emma's like with thunderstorms. So we're debating whether to go back up to the rooftop or chill in the hotel. From what we can see, there's no thunderstorm. This has turned out to be actually quite a nice day. Despite the place being a little bit rough around the edges, we're now going to attempt to walk back along the river, which is behind this hotel, apparently, the path, and hopefully catch the sunset en route. Drive. Oh, awesome. I think it's traditional way of cooking the rice. They cook it in bamboo?
Yeah.
Like bamboo wrap. And they cook it over the stove.
Should try it.
It's like jam. Good?
It's like rice. Sort of like sweet salty rice. Good snack.
It's only 5,000 kip. Okay, It's either bamboo or sugarcane. We're not entirely sure. I'll put on the screen what it actually is and the name. We think it might be sugarcane. Another one. This is definitely one of the weirdest markets we've experienced. They sell things from washing powder to wigs to fairly decent looking food.
And they like shout, they've got their music on so loud and then they shout.
Bulk selling milk.
They're like milk, like it, milk.
And water. Very strange. And now we are en route back to our hotel. Unfortunately, to I don't know what we're going to do. But it'll inevitably end up in looking for food at some point. Our last night in Vientiane, and we're off for some steak, hopefully. But a quick stop to a temple just down the road for what looks like some kind of light festival ceremony.
Oh no, I think it's the Buddhas, they celebrate the end of the rain season.
Just looks like a prime location to get a pic for the gram. Ah, no steak for us. Decided to go with pizza instead. Sabaydi. Okay, so we've just ordered our food, and now the most important part of the evening is we're doing best of 3 on Head, our card game of the trip, and we're going to do best of 3, and the winner this evening takes Laos. Emma thinks she claimed Thailand, which needs to be reviewed, but yeah, this evening is for Laos. Emma's now going to showcase her impressive dealing skills.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's for my nanny. So what just happened, Tom?
Emma's taken round 1. Not by much, but she won. Fair and square. Play's been put on hold because the pizzas have arrived.
Thank you.
Round 2 has moved inside because we had 2 very randy cats under our table making love. But at the moment it looks pretty fair and square.
Wow.
That's my hand.
Is it?
Emma's got a lot of cards in her hand. And who's just taken the second game? We're in the closing stages of our final game. We've each got 3 cards left. All of mine are blind. One of Emma's is a power card. I'm at a slight disadvantage.
Tom also cheated on his very first go.
I didn't.
Okay.
I now need to pick blind and it needs to be below 8.
Oh, hurry up.
Emma shuffled
No.
and she dealt herself 5 out of 6 power cards.
If you radiate negative thoughts, you get negative things happen to you.
Inspirational from Emma over here.
You've got to connect to the universe, Tom.
She watched a Netflix documentary and she's a different woman. I've got her in my back pocket. It's not looking good, folks. This is closest match so far.
Stop it. No.
your boy has taken Laos. Handshake to confirm? Yes.
Let me just explain something. Why is the whole country based on the last
Oh, she's complaining now.
game?
This is how we did Thailand. Shake my hand.
Thailand's bigger
Shake
than
my
Laos,
hand.
so it's fine.
La Pomodoro. That will forever be where Tommy G conquered Laos. And I think this concludes this short but sweet episode in Vientiane. We've come to the end of our trip. Well, no we haven't. We've come to the end of our stay.
I bet we do really
We've got
fun
tomorrow,
things
but-
tomorrow and we don't get to see them.
So it's goodbye from me anyway.
Goodbye,
It's goodbye from
Emma.
Emma, little sunburnt Emma.
I've got some birds.
And we'll see you in the next episode, which will be exciting because there's a plane trip involved.
It'll be exciting to fly the plane.
Okay, bye.